Hello, movie lovers, and welcome to Movie Notions. I'm trying to review one classic film each week for the year of 2018, and this week we're reviewing 1973's The Sting, starring Paul Newman and Robert Redford. Now, The Sting, we have to basically explain how the story goes in order for you to understand it. So, Robert Redford plays Johnny Hooker, a small-time grifter that basically swindles people out of money. We see in the very opening scene him swindling a guy out about $5,000, but the problem is he swindles the wrong person. He swindles someone that works for a guy by the name of Doyle Lonigan, played by Robert Shaw. Robert Shaw played Flint in Jaws, if you know that movie. But basically what happens is Shaw, being a big crime boss that he is, wants revenge. So he kills Robert Redford's partner, and Robert Redford runs away. He tries to hide. So he goes after a well-known con artist by the name of Henry Gondorff, played by Paul Newman, basically wanting to even the score. And as he says himself, if he was better at murder, he'd just kill him. But he's not. He's good at this sort of thing. So they decide that instead of killing off Robert Shaw's character, they are going to try and swindle him out of a lot of money. And basically the whole movie is them doing that. The sting. They're trying to sting him for a lot of money. So they set up basically horse races, and we go from there. Now, there's many more twists and turns in this that I was not expecting. But the one thing I will say is how this chemistry works. Paul Newman and Robert Redford, obviously known for Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, come together to put this together, and then to have Robert Shaw as the other character and the main villain in this, it was just brilliant. And one of the things that people don't know about this movie necessarily is when you watch it, Robert Shaw obviously has a limp. That was not originally in the script. They went back and changed the script because Robert Shaw injured himself before they started recording this. And so that basically is how that whole limp happened. But the whole dynamic between Robert Redford and Paul Newman, it's always been there. It's so great. And Robert Shaw coming on the other side of that was just a brilliant chemistry and just a great movie. And because it turns out to be such a great movie, it actually got the awards that it deserved for being a great movie. It was the winner of 7 Academy Awards. And it was some of the big ones of the time. Best musical score with original song, or score or adaptation of a song. And what they did with this one was they actually adapted Scott Joplin's The Entertainer, the very classic ragtime, to go in between all this. And it really brought The Entertainer back to the forefront in Hollywood. And it was been used ever since in many, many different movies. It also won for Best Film Editing, Best Costumes, Best Art Direction, Best Writing from Historical Events, Best Director, and it was the 1974 winner of Best Picture. This movie, when I watched it, I was laughing so hard. Not only is it great acting, great storytelling, but the jokes in between and how they're willing to do what they can and how it all works this way. I was laughing the whole time. It was a comedy, and at the same time, I was also really intrigued on where was this going to go next? How are they going to do this? Was this planned? If it goes off the rails, how are they going to fix it? Will they get caught? Robert Shaw, they do a great job initially establishing how much of a villain he really is and how mean he is and how he will do anything to get his way. And then when he goes there and they get so close to getting caught at some points and possibly not, and when things go wrong, because obviously things go wrong if you're a fan of The Flash, like I am, make a plan, execute the plan, expect a plan to fail, throw the plan away. It's the same thing sort of that happens here, because obviously if everything went according to plan, we wouldn't have that good of a movie. So there's a few things that happen here or there that are just a little bit different, and it kept me on the edge of my seat while being so hilariously funny. And I would highly recommend this. You really need to see this one. Like I said, if nothing else, Paul Newman and Robert Redford back together after Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, it is worth a look. After watching The Sting, I felt mischievous. Hashtag entertaining entertainer. Hashtag brilliant cast. If you like what you're seeing, please be sure to like and comment down below. Tell me what sort of movies you want to see on this sort of thing with the classics and everything. I'm trying to do everything before 1980. So 1979 and before. I think there's one that I had to do a little bit over just because of the way it worked out. But I'm trying to do classic films like that. So if there's one that you really want to see, be sure to leave a comment down below, and I'll try to get to it at some point throughout the year. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. God bless all of you. And that's a wrap.